In grammar, we're going to talk about singular possessive nouns. A singular possessive noun shows that a person, animal, place, or thing has or owns something. You add an apostrophe with an S to form a singular possessive noun. Let's look at the examples. His niece's letter arrived in May. To identify which noun in a sentence should be possessive, I can ask the thinking question, which noun owns or has something? So here, the niece has the letter. All right, it's the niece's letter. It belongs to the niece. Okay? Jackson left Oliver just outside Memphis's border. So which noun? We have Oliver as our noun, and Memphis. It's Memphis's border. The border is a noun. So it belongs to Memphis. So you are going to help me work through these. Remember, a possessive noun shows that a person, animal, place, or thing has or owns something. All right? So Oliver, I'm sorry. We are going to identify which noun should be possessive and write the possessive form. So we're going to decide which one should be a apostrophe S. All right, so Oliver is already underlined here. So my guess is that this is our noun that should be possessive. So it should read, Oliver's first stop was outside of Memphis, Tennessee. Since it is talking about Oliver, he has something. It's his first stop. All right. Cherry is Sherry's sister. Sherry needs to have an apostrophe S, showing possession. Oliver rode to Arkansas in the aunt station wagon. Should probably read in his aunt's station wagon. This aunt is our possessive. Needs to be possessive with an apostrophe S. Station wagon belongs to his aunt. Arkansas capital city is Little Rock. Again, Arkansas is our noun, and it has possession of its capital city, so it should have an apostrophe S. Arkansas's capital city is Little Rock. See if you can do 5, 6, 7, and 8. You can pause the video and work through, decide which noun owns or has something and needs to be possessive, adding an apostrophe S. Now we're going to get some additional practice in your reader's notebook, page 118. We have the box up top that reminds us what a singular possessive noun is and how we show it by adding an apostrophe S. Our thinking question is also up here. For 1 through 6, you're going to write the possessive for each noun below. So friend becomes friends. You're going to show possession, that it belongs to your friend. Remember, I don't do this very neatly, but I want to show you what to do. So we're going to write the word friend, apostrophe S. It is my friend's dog. Okay, it belongs to her. All right, so then you're going to do Emma's, bus stations, rivers, Florida's, and cars. On the part down here, you're going to underline the noun that should be possessive and then write the possessive form. So the man hobby was to build furniture. Well, our noun is man, so we are going to underline that. I'm just going to highlight it. And then to show possessiveness, we need to write it on the line. So it would be man's. The man's. That was a terrible apostrophe. The man's hobby was to build furniture. Okay? You do 8 through 10. When you're done, you're going to pause this video. when you're done with this page, please come back to the video. So we've talked about singular possessive nouns, and now we're going to talk about plural possessive nouns. To form a plural possessive noun, add an apostrophe to the end of plural nouns that end in S. You add an apostrophe and an S to the end of plural nouns that do not end in S. So let's look at this example. The letters. Letters is the noun that we are making possessive, and it's already a plural noun. And it already ends in an S. So in that case, we just add an apostrophe at the end. We don't need to add another S. It already ends in the letter S. Okay? We can hear the woman's laughter from the open windows. Here, we have another plural noun, women. Okay, it's more than one woman. But it doesn't end in S. So we add an apostrophe S to the end of that word. Our thinking question is similar, the exact same thing as a singular possessive noun. Which noun owns or has something? So we're going to write, well, we're just going to discuss them. This is a projectable, but we're going to think about the possessive form of these plural nouns. We're going to think about if we need to add an apostrophe S, or if it ends in S, what we need to do. Okay? So girls, here we have a plural noun that already ends in S. So instead of writing it over, I'm just going to add an apostrophe at the end, because we don't need to do an apostrophe S. How about dogs? Already ends in S, so we'll just add our apostrophe. Deer. It's more than one deer, but if they're showing possession, it's the deers, like it's the deer's salt block. Okay, we have to add apostrophe S. Cousins. It's already a plural noun, ends in S, so we'll just add our apostrophe. Walls. Already ends in S, apostrophe. Movies. Already a plural noun, ends in S, there's our apostrophe. People. More than one person. That does not end in S, so we need to add an apostrophe S. And our last one is buses. Already ends in S, so you're just going to add an apostrophe. We're going to turn once again to our reader's notebook, this time page 119. We have all the information that we learned about plural possessive nouns up here with examples and our thinking question. For 1 through 5, you're going to write the possessive form of the plural noun, just like what we were doing on the projectable. If it doesn't end in S, you need to add the apostrophe S. If it ends in S, you do not need to add the apostrophe S, but just the apostrophe. For 6, 7, and 8, you're going to write sentences for 3 of the possessive plural nouns. So you're going to choose 3 of these up here and write a sentence about them. So I'm going to use men, and when I make that a plural possessive, it becomes men's. I am so bad at this. I'm trying, guys. Apostrophe S, because it doesn't already end in an S. So if I were to write a sentence, it would be the men's dressing room is in the back. And I would have to make sure that I write men's like this in my sentence. Okay? Make sure to have your learning adult check your work, but I am sure you are doing a great job with singular and plural possessive nouns.